Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, welcome to the new channel. My name is Nicolo. We are actually here to help you see the new you. And I am live streaming all the way from Antipolo City here in the Philippines. And welcome to the Puppet Stories. Hi everyone! How is everybody doing? Today is August 9, Monday. Welcome to this week's episode of the Puppet Stories. Here on the show, we talk about anyone or anything that has to do with puppets. That's right. Last week on the show, I hope you remember, we had Miss Caroline Bernier Dion from Montreal, Canada. She's from Cirque du Soleil and she also hosts her own show, the Puppet Podcast. If you missed that episode, you can always check out the replay on the new channel. Just check out the Puppet Stories playlist on Facebook or on YouTube. Today we have another set of special guests. That's right, because today joining us are our friends from the Laos National Puppetry Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the stream Vanhsy Douangtavanh and Lemthy. Yay! Welcome to the show.
สบายดี
Sabay di Lemthy
สบายดี
and
สบา
Vanhsy.
ยดี
Sabay
สบายดี
di.
Nicolo
Yeah,
and
sabay.
Stephen.
Oh yeah, of course.
Sabay.
Joining us also on this live stream is our very good friend from Thailand, our very, very handsome guest, translator, Mr. Stephen Thomas. Hey,
Oh, me.
Stephen! Oh, yeah,
Hello.
you.
Oh, I was confused. You said very handsome. I thought there was someone behind me.
You're the most handsome translator from Thailand, Stephen. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, we've always wanted, you know, Stephen, Lemthy, and Vanhsy, this is the fourth season of the Puppet Stories, fourth season, and we've been planning to have the Laos National Puppetry Theater on the show since season one, but we can't do it because you know communication problems, Stephen. And then we remembered you, Stephen. I said, "Oh, Stephen can help us translate," and that's the reason why you're here, Stephen, Vanhsy, and Lemthy on the show. Okay, so first things first, before we start the show, how's the weather in Thailand first? How's the weather in Thailand, Stephen?
Hot. Quite hot, especially today. It was very sunny and very hot. I think the sun here in Bangkok is just about overhead. But actually, it hasn't been too bad. You know, it's the rainy season, and we've had some rain, but not a lot of rain. It's been okay, but definitely hot.
Right, got it. Same in Manila. Manila's very hot, but you know, it rains in the morning, but in the afternoon it's quite hot. Vanhsy and Lemthy, how's the weather in Laos?
ที่ประเทศลาวอากาศเป็นยังไงบ้าง
อยู่ที่เวียงจันทน์อากาศร้อน
It's hot. In Vientiane, it's hot.
In Vientiane, it's hot. Okay. Well, we're all in Southeast Asia, so we're probably experiencing the same weather. Very hot. Vientiane, ladies and gentlemen, is the capital of Laos. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Vientiane.
Yes.
All right. Okay, before we start the show, we'd like to show you photos of the Laos National Puppet Theater in action. Check this out. All right, there you have it.
ดูจาก
Photos
ที่
Laos National Puppet Theater. Uh, really nice photos. Okay, let's start the questions, Stephen. Can you please ask them to tell us a little history about puppetry in Laos?
ข้อพูดประวัติศาสตร์ของการเชิดหุ่นที่ประเทศลาวหน่อยแล้วสิ
การแสดงตุ๊กตาอยู่ที่
ครับ
ประเทศลาว
อืม
แมนพวกเราได้ไปแสดงตามโรงเรียน แล้วก็ไปแสดงตามชุมชนชนบท แล้วพวกเราก็มีการแสดงอยู่ไปที่แลกเปลี่ยนบทเรียนอยู่ที่ต่างประเทศในประเทศอาเซียน ก็ถือว่าได้รับคำนิยมชมชอบเนาะเป็นการที่ว่าทรงความรู้เป็นการปลุกจิตสำนึกให้เด็กน้อย
อันนี้เฉพาะโรงละครตุ๊กตาแห่งชาติใช่ไหมแต่เขาอยากรู้ประวัติศาสตร์ของหุ่นในประเทศลาวไม่ใช่
ของประเทศ
ใช่
ของประเทศลาว
ครับผม
อยู่ที่ประเทศลาวเนาะอยู่ที่เวียงจันทน์จะมีหุ่นแบบอีปอกหลวงพระบางต้นกำเนิดมาแต่หลวงพระบางเนาะเอิ้นว่าหุ่นอีปอกเป็นหุ่นที่ว่าเก่าแก่แต่ก่อนหันแสดงอยู่ในพระราชวังให้แก่เสื้อเจ้าได้เบิ่งการแสดงหุ่นอีปอก
Okay, so at first they started talking about the Laos National Puppetry Theater, saying that they perform for the public, and they also have they do shows that help to educate as well, and they also do shows where they've gone internationally all around ASEAN and various other countries to perform for people and perform for children as well. But then I said that you wanted to know more specifically about the history of puppetry in Laos. And so she started talking about the epok, which is the rod puppet, and that's a very old puppetry form in Laos, which began in Luang Prabang and was performed in the palace there for the court, for the nobles.
I see. Wow. So, Stephen, basically, Laos has an ancient history as far as puppetry is concerned, right?
Fairly, I'll ask. ประวัติศาสตร์ของหุ่นตุ๊กตาที่ประเทศลาวมันมาจากสมัยโบราณใช่ไหม
แม่นสมัยบูฮันเฮาก็จะแสดงเรื่องพื้นเมืองยกตัวอย่างเรื่องกาลเกตสั่งสินไซนิทานพื้นเมืองลาวเฮาก็จะเอาหุ่นอีปอกมาเสิร์ช
โอเคเป็นใช่อีบอกเหมือนกันใช่ไหม
เจ้า
in the past in the earlier times the ebok was also used they went out and to perform for the public as well so it does go back at least to the Luang Prabang period.
I see. Is it similar, Stephen, to the Ayutthaya period in Thailand, where they had those big puppets, shadow puppets? So
Sure.
the puppetry art Vanhsy is talking about is similar. It's not the puppet itself, but similar to the time period that it was performed. Ancient.
Luang Prabang period was probably สมัยหลวงพระบางเป็นกี่ปีที่แล้วมันเก่าแก่กว่าอยุธยาไหมหรือเท่ากัน
เก่าแก่
เก่าแก่กว่าอยุธยา
แม่นแล้วเพราะว่าอยู่หั่นเดี๋ยวนี้นี่แม่นเอาไว้ในตู้โซแสดงบ่ได้แล้วมันเป็นหุ่นเอาไว้ในตู้โซให้เบิ่งแต่ตัวที่เฮาเอาไปแสดงอยู่ที่อยุธยาเรื่องสินไซเนาะไปแสดงปีที่แล้ว2019อยู่ที่อยุธยาแม่นหุ่นที่เฮาเฮ็ดขึ้นมาใหม่แต่ก็เอิ้นชื่อว่าอีปอก
they said that the period it goes prior to Ayutthaya yeah, the Ebok was the Lumpabang period is puppetry goes back even further than that.
I see. So Laos basically has a really, really strong history of puppetry, just like Thailand. Because in the Philippines, I don't know if you know Stephen and Vanhsy and Lemthy, we don't have our own well, puppetry art. We
Mm.
only take inspiration from puppeteers from Thailand, Myanmar, as far as Southeast Asia is concerned. Singapore, of course, Laos, very, very interesting puppetry. All right, now let's talk to Lemthy. Lemthy, we want to hear you say hello. Say, can you say mabuhay?
ผู้ให้พระผู้
นั่น
ให้
ตีพูดได้ไหม
ผู้ได้
เรา
ได้ลง
เราได้ปะ
Mabuhay.
ได้
Shout Lemthy, say mabuhay.
เรามาพูดให้หน่อย
สบายดีบาบูไฮ
There you go. That's Lemthy. You know, the reason why I ask you to say mabuhay because our friends from the Philippine Embassy in Laos are watching. Later, we'll say hello to them. We'll mention the names later after the first gap. Okay, now, Stephen, please tell Vancy and Lemthy that as far as we can remember, the first time we met them was in 2012 in the second International Marionettes Festival in Vietnam, where they got the silver award, and we also got the silver award. So, just tell them, and then if you can ask them, what's the history of the Laos National Puppet Theater joining international festivals?
ที่นิโคลจำได้ครั้งแรกที่พบกับสองคนนี้ที่พบกับคณะของประเทศลาวคือเทศกาลที่เวียดนามในปี 2012 แล้วเขาว่าโรงละครแห่งชาติประเทศลาวได้รางวัลนำเงินใช่ไหมในการแสดงเป็นหุ้นสายใช่ไหมแล้วเขาอยากรู้ว่าข้อเล่าประวัติศาสตร์ของคณะนี้ที่เข้าร่วมกับเทศกาลนานาชาติพูดถึงเทศกาลนานาชาติที่คณะของคุณเคยเข้าไปด้วยเขารวมกัน
โอ้เพราะว่าแต่ละปีเนาะแต่ละปีที่ว่าเทศกาลอยู่เวียดนามเนาะเชิญคณะละครตุ๊กตาเข้าไปแล้วก็มันได้สร้างละครสร้างเรื่องเพื่อจะไปแข่งขันที่เวียดนามเพราะว่าในทีมของละครตุ๊กตานะมันได้ใส่หัวคิดว่าจะเฮ็ดแนวใดคือว่าเป็นละครเรื่องใหม่แต่ละปีจะไปส่งเข้าในการประกวดนะสิเฮ็ดแนวใดให้มันเด่นที่สุดสำหรับเฮาในคณะลาวเฮาเนาะเข้าร่วมแข่งขันที่เวียดนาม
เป็นครั้งแรกไหมที่จะไปต่างชาติครั้งแรกไหม
บ่แม่นครั้งแรกเนาะ
ครั้งแรกเป็นเมื่อไหร่
เป็นครั้งแรกก็คือไปที่แสดงที่ฝรั่งเศสเนาะ
อ๋อมันปีไหน
ที่เมืองลีองเนาะบักไซแล้วก็บักโดแล้วก็หลายเมืองแต่ว่าก็บ่จำได้ชื่อได้แต่3เมืองเนาะ
อ๋อสองเมืองเป็นกี่ปีที่แล้ว
ปี2005
okay. So they were saying about the performance that they did in Vietnam, which they developed specifically for that show. They wanted to go there and they created a very special performance to take there. The first time that they traveled internationally was in 2005. They went to France and they performed in several cities around France. They were there for 2 months.
Wow, France in 2005. Wow, that
Yeah.
was well, that was quite a long time ago before we even became puppeteers. Before Tito Wanlu here beside me became a puppeteer. All right,
Oh,
now,
wow.
Stephen, I'm interested about that act that they developed, which they showed in France. Is it the same act that we saw in Vietnam and in Ayutthaya and in uh, I believe in Kanchanaburi and in Bangkok. Is it the same act, using those indigenous materials like the coconut husk and stuff?
เวลาไปเวลาไปเล่นแสดงที่ประเทศฝรั่งเศสการแสดงเป็นชุดเดียวกันไหมที่นิโคลเคยเห็นที่อยุธยากาญจนบุรีเวียดนามที่อื่นๆเป็นการแสดงเหมือนกันไหมที่ใช้กับอุปกรณ์ธรรมชาติใช้กับกระตาใช้กับต้นไม้อะไรบ้างเหมือนกันไหม
เหมือนกัน
มีบางอันก็เหมือนกันมีบางอันก็ผลิตใหม่ไปเรื่อยๆเนาะเพราะว่าบ่แม่นแต่แสดงแต่ที่ฝรั่งเศสหรือว่าที่ประเทศไทย อยู่ในทั่วโลกเนาะที่ว่าเซิ้นคณะตุ๊กตาลาวเข้ามาแล้วแม่นคณะตุ๊กตาลาวน่ะแม่นมีเงื่อนไขแล้วก็ไปได้เบิดเนาะสวีเดนฟิลิปปินส์แล้วก็อินโดนีเซียมาเลเซียหรือกัมพูชาเนาะพม่าก็ไปแล้วถ้ามีโอกาสที่ว่าเพิ่นเชิญมาแล้วมันไปเบิด
แต่เป็นชุดแสดงเดียวกันไหมที่เวลาไปทุกที่
บ่แม่
ปรั
น
บเปลี่ยน
เดียวกัน
ในที่กองละครตุ๊กตาแห่งชาตินี่เนาะพวกเฮาหั่นน่ะจะมีการแสดงด้วยหุ่นอุปกรณ์ผลิตด้วยไม้ไผ่อุปกรณ์ที่ว่าเศษเหลือถิ่มไปแล้วเฮามาประยุกต์เฮ็ดหุ่นแล้วก็จะมีหุ่นที่2แม่นหุ่นตุ๊กตาที่ว่าเฮาผลิตเอาเองเนาะจะยกใส่มือสิแล้วหุ่นที่3มาก็จะเป็นหุ่นอีป๊อกหุ่นที่4มาก็จะมีหน้ากากเนาะอันที่5มาก็เป็นหุ่นประยุกต์ที่ว่าเฮาจะใส่สายมีมือจับในการเสิร์ชหุ่นเฮาจะมี5อย่างในการที่ว่าหุ่นที่เฮาแสดงแต่ว่า1ในหันเวลาเฮาไปแสดงอยู่ต่างประเทศเพื่อเฮ็ดใดในการสื่อสารให้มันง่ายเราบ่ได้ใส่เสียงปากในการแปลภาษาพวกเฮาก็เลยเลือกเอาหุ่นอุปกรณ์มาแสดงเพื่อให้ผู้ชมมาเบิ่งให้มันสบายเนาะแล้วก็เข้าใจง่าย
ครับ so they have 5 different puppet forms that they use. One is like you said about using the natural objects that were found or baskets and pieces of cloth. She specified like bamboo poles, which they use to create characters. Another version that they use is the ebok, which is the old traditional form, the rod puppet, which is it's basically like the puppet head, and it has a rod that comes down, and then there's a cloth that acts as the body. It's kind of a simple puppet where you control with a rod, and you have another rod for the arms. They also do hand puppets, and they have mask work that they do as well, where they wear masks. So all together, they do 5 different puppet forms. But generally, when they travel internationally, they'll take the object theater form with them because it's the easiest to communicate internationally, because it doesn't rely so much on language. People can relate to it more easily because it's more abstract, and so they can people can kind of it's much more expressionist, I guess would be my way of putting it. So that it's easier for them to take internationally than some of the other shows which may rely on dialogue. But they are also developing and creating all the time. They're constantly creating new shows and performances.
Right, but Stephen, the one I'm talking about, the one with the coconut husks and bamboo stuff. we saw this first in Vietnam in 2012. Then we saw it again in 2015, and then we
Mm,
saw it again in 2018, where they got the gold award in the International Marionettes Festival.
mm.
So 2012 silver, 2015 they got silver, and 2018 the Laos National Puppet Theater got the gold in Vietnam. I'm
Wow.
just telling everyone who's watching, just in case you're interested. Later, we will show you a video of what I am talking about, the Laos National Puppet Theater. The act that they performed in, well, several festivals all over the world. You will find it very, very interesting because of the materials that they used. Later,
It
we'll
is
show you a
nice.
quick, yeah, just later we'll show them a, well, maybe a 5 minute video. We'll see. All right. Now, Vanhsy and Lemthy, tell us about the Laos National Puppet Theater. Is it a government entity? Is it supported by the Laos government, or is it a private thing?
โรงละครตุ๊กตาแห่งชาติประเทศลาวอันนี้สนับสนุนโดยรัฐบาลลาวไหม
แม่นแล้วรัฐบาลลาวเป็นผู้สนับสนุน และพ
Yeah,
นัก
they're
งาน
sponsored by.
แม่นพนักงานก็จะบ่หลายเนาะอยู่ในโรงละครนั่น
Yeah, it's sponsored by the Lao government, so they're employees of the
Oh,
National Theatre.
Stephen, under what department? Is it the Department of Culture, maybe, or Culture and Arts?
อยู่ได้กระทรวงไหนเป็นกระทรวงวัฒนธรรมไหมหรือเป็นกระทรวงศิลปะหรือเป็นองค์
ชื่อของที่ประเทศลาวชื่อว่ากระทรวงแถลงข่าววัฒนธรรมและท่องเที่ยว จะอยู่นี่
ค่ะ
และก
ก
รม
ระทรวง
ศิล
แร
ปะ
ง
การแสด
ข่าง วและวัฒนธรรม
วัฒนธรรม
ท่องเที่ยว
แม่นวัฒนธรรม
ใกล้ๆกัน
จุดและท่องเที่ยว และอยู่กรมศิลปะการแสดง จังเอิ้นพันมีกองมือกองละครแห่งชาติมันจะมี
รับผิดชอบเยอะ
แม่นรับผิดชอบเยอะ
Okay, it's
รับผิดชอบหลายสมควร
it's the Ministry of News, I guess would be a way of putting it. Ministry of News, or I guess maybe say information.
Yeah, information,
And culture
culture
and
and
tourism.
tourism
Wow. So
So
Ministry
it's
of
one ministry as well.
Information,
Yeah.
Culture, and Tourism. Wow, that's good. So it's a big ministry. All right. Okay. Now, let me see. The reason why I asked, because in Vietnam, puppetry is very much supported by the government. What about in Thailand, Stephen? Do you get support from the government as well?
There is some support from the Ministry of Culture, and it's not. It's not sort of a permanent. It's not a permanent structure with the government, but the Ministry of Culture does support puppetry when they can. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
So-
Similar in the Philippines, I suppose, because we do get a little support from the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. But unlike in Vietnam and in Laos, the puppeteers are really under the government. They are, should I say, employees or part of the government, right?
Yeah. Nicolo ว่าที่ประเทศฟิลิปปินส์และก็ประเทศไทยเรามีกระทรวงวัฒนธรรมที่ช่วยได้สนับสนุนได้ แต่ไม่เหมือนประเทศลาวประเทศเวียดนามที่ผู้เชิญหุ้นในประเทศเวียดนามประเทศลาวเขาเป็นพนักงานของรัฐบาลใช่ไหมเป็น
Right,
Same
and that's good news. That's so good because because a country supporting national puppet theater is such good news. We hope we can have it in the Philippines sooner. Well, sooner than later. All right. Vanhsy and Lemthy and Stephen will take a short break first. When we get back, ladies and gentlemen, we will show you a sample video of what the Laos National Puppet Theater performs. Okay, the art of puppetry, or the puppetry art that they perform. Please don't leave. Before we take a break, we'd like to say hello to some people who are watching. My good friend Chubster Flores is watching. Hi, Tito Chubster. Chubster also has his own show, Let's Talk Magic, every Saturday, where he features international magicians. Also watching is Janelle. Hi, Janelle. Thank you for watching. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break first. Don't leave. We'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back to the Puppet Stories here on the new channel. We are still with our very, very good friends from the Laos National Puppet Theater, Miss Vanhsy and Miss Lemthy. We also have on the show our very good friend from Thailand, Mr. Stephen Thomas, who's our translator for today. Before we bring them back, Tito Wanlu has this virtual puppet and magic show. If you have a party or an event coming up, you might want to check this out.
Tell everyone who the orangutan is.
You're the orangutan.
Rangu, I'm going to place you back inside your case if you don't tell everyone who the orangutan is. Who's the orangutan?
Oh, okay. I'm the orangutan.
Very good, Rangu. Who's the orangutan?
I'm the orangutan.
Very good.
You're the monkey.
Wrong king.
Wrong king?
Wrong king.
Okay. Now I remember.
What's your name?
My name is Burger.
Burger?
Burger King.
Although birds are extinct.
I don't stink. You stink.
I didn't say stink, I said extinct. Extinct means their species no longer exist. There are no dodo. All right, there we go. Happy birthday, girl. Okay, everybody smile for the camera with Micaela. Wow.
All right, there you go. That's Tito Wanlu's virtual puppet and magic show. If you have a kiddie party coming up or maybe an event, and you need some entertainment, check out Tito Wanlu's virtual puppet and magic show. We'd like to invite you as well to please watch all our shows here on the new channel. We have live and replay, such as U Turn. What else do we have? We have TNC The Talk, Awesome Day, The Home Buyer, The Big Picture, Mondays and Fridays, 7:15 p.m. The Millennial Voice, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Foreign Affairs, HR Hotline, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 12 noon. Moving on business, well home, mental shift, Tuesdays 7:30 p.m. USA, Wednesdays 9:30 a.m. Philippines. Money and more, Tuesdays 8:30 p.m. Philippines, and 5:30 a.m. USA. We also have Cyber Next, and of course, the Puppet Stories every Monday 5:30 p.m. Check out our page on Facebook or YouTube by searching hashtag TNC Now. Enjoy these inspiring shows because we made them for you. All right, we'd like to thank as well. We'd like to say hello to our friends at the Philippine Embassy in Laos. That's right. Hello to everyone who's watching at the Philippine Embassy in Laos, headed by Honorable Rapunzel A. Akop, Charge d'Affaires, Miss Iris Vanessa B. Caranzo, Vice Consul and Third Secretary, Mr. Derico B. Derupe, the Administrative Officer, Miss Christina M. Liacuna, Cultural Officer, Mr. Ray Mark Galisa, Finance Officer, Miss Maria Loida L. Hasso Samala, the Property Officer, Miss Ranjin M. Kamongol, Consular Assistant and ATN Officer, Miss Maria Annalisa B. De Tablan, the Protocol Officer, and Mr. Benjamin B. Balago, the Security Officer. Hello to everybody at the Philippine Embassy in Laos. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back on the stream Mr. Stephen Thomas, Miss Vanhsy, and Miss Lemthy. Welcome back to the show. Yay!
Yay!
Alrighty. Hello, Vanhsy. Hello, Lemthy. And hello, Stephen. And as you say in now, Sabaydi. Yay!
Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we ask them more questions, we'd like to show you a sample video, just a short video of what the Laos National Puppet Theater, the brand of puppetry that they do. Please check this out. And there you have it, Laos National Puppet Theater. Well done! Yay! All right, Stephen. I actually I've seen this act from the Laos National Puppet Theater several times. As I mentioned earlier, 3 times in Vietnam, in Thailand, maybe 4 or 5 times. Can you ask Vanhsy and Lemthy their experience about winning the gold award? That's the gold, the top award at the International Marionettes Festival in Hanoi, Vietnam in 2018. How was the feeling? I mean, I'm sure they were very, very proud of the group, but can they tell us any insiders, any insider stuff?
นิโคลบอกว่าเขาเห็นการแสดงนี้น่าจะเห็น5 รอบแล้วแล้วชอบทุกครั้งที่เห็นแล้วเขาว่าในปี2018ใช่ไหมที่ฮานอยได้รางวัลทองกับการแสดงชุดนี้แล้วเขาว่ารู้สึกยังไงเว้ยเขาบอกว่าน่าจะภูมิใจแน่นอนแต่ว่ามีอะไรที่พูดได้ไหมเกี่ยวกับประสบการณ์ของได้รางวัลทอง
พวกเฮาก็แบบรู้สึกเป็นนักแสดงเนาะในเมื่อมีการแข่งขันก็รู้สึกตื่นเต้นและก็ดีใจที่สุดในเมื่อประกาศว่าประเทศลาวได้รับรางวัลเหรียญคำพวกเฮารู้สึกภาคภูมิใจในนามนักแสดงผู้หนึ่งที่ต่างหน้าให้ประเทศลาวเมื่อไปแข่งขันได้รับชนะเลิศแล้วก็ด้วยความยินดีก็ภูมิใจที่ว่าทีมงานของนักแสดงเฮาญาติเหรียญคำมาได้
Yeah, she said that they felt obviously very thrilled, very excited, but also very proud, and in 2 ways, proud as a performer, but also very proud and very excited for representing their country, and that their country was able to go and perform like this and receive that kind of an award.
Right now, Stephen, can you ask Vanhsy and Lemthy how was the from Hanoi in 2018 when they got back to Laos? How did the Ministry of Culture react with the gold with the gold win?
ตอนที่กลับไปประเทศลาวหลังจากได้รางวัลทองกระทรวงวัฒนธรรมเขารู้สึกยังไงเขาฉลองยังไง
มาที่ประเทศลาวกลับมาฮอดที่ประเทศลาวกระทรวงวัฒนธรรมก็ได้กระทรวงแถลงข่าววัฒนธรรมและท่องเที่ยวเนาะก็ได้ออกสัมภาษณ์พวกเขาในทีมงานนักแสดงออกโทรภาพออกหนังสือพิมพ์กระจายไปให้หลายๆคนได้รับรู้ว่าทุกสื่อเนาะที่พวกเขาละครตุ๊กตาลาวไปแข่งขันอยู่ประเทศเวียดนามสามารถรับเหรียญคำมาได้เป็นสิ่งที่น่าภาคภูมิใจให้แก่นักแสดงละครของพวกเขา
ดีมาก She said that when they got back to Laos, the Ministry of News, Culture and Tourism, they were very, very proud. They were very happy, and they interviewed the team, and they broadcasted. They printed the interview in newspapers to spread the word all across the country to let them know that the National Theatre had gone to Hanoi and had won this award, and they were very, very proud and really promoted the troupe.
Wow, that's good to know because we are also proud as a fellow puppeteer. We're also proud that you got the gold award and a well-deserved gold award from the International Marionettes Festival in Vietnam. Stephen, I just want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to tell you, you really need to see this particular act of the Laos National Puppet Theater because it's really, really unique. And by the way, before I forget, Stephen, earlier I heard they mentioned Philippines. Were they ever in Manila?
เมื่อก่อนพูดถึงฟิลิปปินส์ประเทศฟิลิปปินส์นิโคลอยากรู้ว่าเคยไปเมืองมะนิลาไหม
ได้ไปปี2005เคยได้ไปเมืองมะนิลาไปฝึกอบรมอยู่ที่นั่นเดือนหนึ่งฝึกอบรมเกี่ยวกับละครอยู่ที่โรงละครของมะนิลา
Oh, yeah, they were there in 2005. They were there for 1 month, and they were training. They did some theater training at the National Theater in Manila.
Oh, I see. Maybe that was the cultural center of the Philippines. I'm not sure, but that's very, very interesting to know. Because if I remember correctly, I also the last time we were together, Vanhsy and Lemthy was in. Let me see. What's the name of that big mall in
Siam Paragon.
Bangkok? Oh yeah,
Siam
that's right.
Paragon. Yeah.
แม่นแล้ว
Siam Paragon in
โครงการแม่ฝงโปรเจกต์
2019.
แม่ฝง
Yeah. เป็นครั้งล่าสุดที่เจอกันใช่ไหมครั้งล่าสุดที่เจอกันเป็นที่สยามพารากอนใช่ไหม
แม่นที่สนามพารากอนเจอกันที่นั่นกับท่านมิลพิสเตอร์Wanlu and Nicolo
Right.
and
That's me.
Eli
Yeah. Eli is watching. Yeah, Vanhsy and Lemthy, Eli is watching right now. So say hello to Eli. Eli. All right.
Hello, Eli.
Hello Eli
All right.
Eli กำลังดูอยู่
Stephen, Vanhsy, and Lemthy, we will now take our second and last break. It's just a quick gap. When we return, Stephen, please ask them to prepare an answer for the question that we ask all our guests on the show. What is your puppet story? So go ahead. Probably you can tell them now so they can prepare.
โอเคเดี๋ยวเราจะพักอีกหนึ่งมีโฆษณาอะไรบ้างแล้วก็เวลากลับมานิโคลขอให้จะพูดเราเรื่องหุ่นของคุณหมายถึงว่าpuppet story ที่หมายถึงว่าตุ๊กตามีความหมายอะไรบ้างส่วนตัวกับคุณสองคนตรงพูดเวลาเรากลับมาต้องคิดก่อนมีเวลาคิดก่อน
ขอโทษเนาะเวลา 6:30 5:30 ค่อยต้องได้ไปรับแขกประธานประเทศของเวียดนามมาค่อยต้องได้ไปดังนั้นค่อยขอพูดเลยได้บ่ค่อยๆเว้าเลยได้บ่
โอเคครับ
เราจะให้เล่มที่ฟรีเป็นผู้อยู่ต่อ
โอเคครับโอเคไม่เป็นไรบ่เป็นหยังโอเค
บอกให้เราแน่
ครับผมat 5:30 she has to go to she has another appointment she has to take care of. It's something to do with Vietnam. But Lemthy will still be there, so she'll be able to tell her puppet story.
Okay. So that means when they go back,
just be one person.
Vanhsy won't be here. So Vanhsy, before you say goodbye, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, and you say hello to our friends from Vietnam. Say how do you say hello in Vietnam? I forgot. But anyway, yes, Xin chào. Say hello to our friends in Vietnam. Xin chào. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when we return, Lemthy will still be with us to tell us their puppet story. Okay, don't leave.
เว้าเลยก็ได้เนาะสตีเฟนเว้าเลยได้บ่
she said can she tell her story now?
Oh, okay, that would be nice. Okay, direct before we take a break, Vanhsy will now tell her story. Okay, go ahead, Vanhsy from the National Puppet Theater of Laos. What is your puppet story?
สำหรับข้าพเจ้าเนาะเกี่ยวกับตุ๊กตานี่แม่นว่าละครตุ๊กตานี่แม่นค่อยฮักเหมือนชีวิตจิตใจเนาะที่ว่าได้มาเฮ็ดเวียกเกี่ยวกับละครตุ๊กตาได้เสิร์ชหุ่นรู้สึกว่าเฮากับหุ่นเวลาแสดงเป็นอันเดียวกันแล้วก็รู้สึกภาคภูมิใจที่เฮาได้แสดงให้ผู้ชมได้เห็นว่าหุ่นตัวนี้มีชีวิตชีวาแนวใดแล้วแบบเฮ็ดให้เฮาแบบ ภูมิใจระหว่างเฮากับหุ่นเป็นตัวเดียวกัน อันนี้เป็นเฮาฮักที่สุดคือว่าฮักหุ่นซะซั่น
Oh, no, okay.
สำหรับ
She said she said that for her, when she performs with a puppet, she feels tremendous pride because when they're performing, she and the puppet become one entity, and she absolutely loves she loves puppetry, and she loves that ability to merge with the puppet and create something and communicate to the audience as one with the puppet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got it. We got it. We know exactly what you're telling us, Stephen. Good work. Okay, Vancy, before you say goodbye, before we take our second and last gap, we'd like to thank you again. You have been very, very kind to all the puppeteers in Southeast Asia, particularly to my family. So thank you very much for your friendship and your kindness.
ขอบใจที่มีน้ำใจให้ผู้เชิญคุณทุกคนที่เอเชียตะวันออกเฉียงใต้โดยเฉพาะครอบครัวของวนรูด้วย
All
I think
right.
the video's frozen.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, it's time to take a break. That's a nice cue. We'll be right back. Don't leave. Alrighty, welcome back to the Puppet Stories. Before we bring back our special guest, we'd like to invite all of you to watch all the other shows here on the new channel, live or replay, such as Helpline, Couple Goals, Win Within, Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m., Market Leader, TNC Express, Yo Law, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., Negosyo at Home, Tech You, TNC Marketplace, Fridays and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. COVID Stories, Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. Realty Realities, Saturdays at 4 p.m. Danny Art Show, After Shift, that's After Shift, Women at Work, The Family Business, Usapang Beauty, The Fourth Project. Catch also our TNC specials, One Day, TNC Arena, TNC Press Con, and TNC Town Hall on Saturdays, 7 p.m., co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. Town Hall is where we talk to you, our valued audience. More coming up shows. Follow hashtag TNC Now on Facebook and YouTube. Allow your passion to inspire you, and together, let us see the new you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back on the show Mr. Stephen Thomas, our very handsome translator from Thailand, helping us communicate with our friends from the Laos National Puppet Theater, which we lost. Yeah,
No. I guess I didn't do so well then.
I think it's probably the oops. Did you see Tito Wanlu's hand? I think I saw your hand, Tito Wanlu. Anyway, Stephen, I think it's a internet connection problem, or I don't know. But anyway, it's a good thing that Vancy did tell us about their puppet story, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, just in the nick of time before the internet connection problem. So thank you very much, Stephen. Stephen, as far as the Laos National Puppet Theater is concerned, we've seen them in Bangkok during the Harmony World Puppet Carnival in 2014. It's a very very big festival. We also saw them in Ayutthaya two times and in Kanchanaburi, and again, I think were they in Korat? Do you remember Korat?
I believe so. Yeah, I think they went to
Yeah,
Korat as well.
yeah, I
Yes, yes,
believe they
yes,
were
they
also.
did. Yes, of course they did. Yes, yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah, now I remember because yeah, I remember some photos with them in Korat,
Yeah.
and also after Korat, in Bangkok, in Siam Paragon. That was the last time we were together. And every time I see their act, I am so awed. It's a really, really interesting and very, very unique act. And ladies and gentlemen, we hope that one day, especially our friends in Manila, we hope that one day you'll see the Laos National Puppet Theater live here
Yeah,
in the Philippines.
I actually got to see them twice before I ever worked with them. The first time I saw them was at a park at they had a performing arts festival in Lumpini Park, and this was in 2009, and I saw them perform
Oh,
there, and I was completely blown away by what they were doing. And then I saw them again at another theater festival at a theater that used to be on the river, which is no longer there. And so when I finally got to work with them in the puppet festivals, I was very excited to meet them.
right. And this group, especially this group headed by Vancy, is a very very friendly group. They've been very very kind to all the puppeteers in the festivals, particularly to my family, like Eli. Adored them. Eli adores them. He
Yeah,
loves the puppeteers from Laos. All right. I think that's all the time we have, Stephen. Thank you very much for helping me communicate with our friends from Laos.
my
Without
pleasure.
you, this interview would be impossible.
And with me, it was only mildly impossible.
No, you did very well, and we owe you a debt of gratitude for doing us for
My
doing this
pleasure,
for the
Nicolo.
show. Yeah, we'll hope to see you again. Please say hello to Nimit and Nam and Kong
Will
and
do.
Santiwa and everybody in Thailand. We miss
Yeah, will do.
Thailand very much.
Yeah, we hope to be able to have everyone come back soon. Just have to wait a little bit longer, but we will.
Yeah. But I heard from Nimit that you're planning a festival in Phuket.
I'm not entirely sure yet what's going on with that. I don't know. I don't know any details about anything for sure. But I
And
mean,
most likely not anytime soon because of the current COVID situation. Maybe next year or
yeah, many things are still very up in the air. They're testing a lot of waters at the moment, especially in Phuket. There's a sort of an experiment that's going on there with
right,
opening up that area. So if that's a success, then maybe we can move forward. But we'll
right.
just have to see.
Okay, again, Stephen, thank you very much for doing this for us. And we appreciate it very much. And we hope to see you again soon in
Yeah.
Thailand. Bye,
Okay.
Stephen.
Bye bye.
All right, that was Stephen Thomas, our very, very handsome and very, very helpful friend from Thailand, doing that translation for us this afternoon. All right, and we also had our friends from the Laos National Puppet Theater, Miss Vancy and Miss Lemthy. Next week, we will have our friends from Kite Ateneo. That's right. We will have Alexis Koa and Corinne Limson from Kite Ateneo. Ladies and gentlemen, Kite Ateneo, of course, is with Kite Foundation. Uh, we will also have children from Kite Philippines or Kite Foundation, and we will teach them a quick lesson about puppetry. So please don't miss that episode. That will be next week, Monday, August 16, 5:30 p.m. here on the new channel. And we will also have this event on Sunday. That's August 15, 2021, 8 p.m. That's 8 p.m. Bayan Servicio and Open Mic Challenge with board member Benji Serrano Jr. And our group, the International Ventriloquist Society Philippines, is now open. We are now accepting members. If you're a ventriloquist and you want to be part of the International Ventriloquist Society Philippines, please submit your video, your audition video, or your letter of intent to be part of the group. Before we say goodbye, sabi ni Kuya, huwag mong sikaping maging mabuti ka sa paningin ng iba. Ang sikapin mo, maging mabuti ka sa paningin ng Diyos. A message from Kuya Daniel Rason. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our producers, Sir Lloyd Luna and Miss Apple Manansala, and our awesome director, Direk Hershey, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us this afternoon here on The Puppet Story. So see you again next week, God willing. Bye, everyone. Bye.